Hi, I'm Rich Close, and today's iPhone tutorial is on the iPhone Control Center. Please make sure to click the link and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also visit richclose.com. Control Center. Let's talk about, first of all, how you get it on your phone and where you find it. So I'm actually going to go to an Apple web page that they have open and show you that real quick. I don't have an iPhone with face recognition. I chose not to go that route. But if you do, you actually find Control Center by touching the screen in the top right corner and dragging down. And again, this is the Face ID recognition camera. And if you have an older iPhone, similar to mine, you have a phone with a home screen on the bottom of it. You actually can grab the side and drag up, or right at the bottom of the screen and drag up to get to Control Center on that phone. Once you're in the Control Center, the functions are the same. So I'm going to take on my phone, drag from the bottom up, and you can see Control Center comes up, and it's a quick way for you to access the different functions on your phone. And again, I'm just going to scroll and show you that I have more items on my Control Center. And I'll show you a little later on in the video actually how you can turn on or off the items in Control Center. Now the downside is you're relying on the icons that are there, so you need to understand the different icons that they have and what they mean. They're fairly obvious, right? Like the alarm clock, the flashlight. So let's go through the items that I have in Control Center, and then we'll go, I'll show you how to turn on and off different things. So you can quickly turn off and on the different radios. So to click, for example, and turn on airplane mode, you would just click the airplane, and that turns on airplane mode. You can see the little airplane show up on my screen. That will obviously turn off all your cellular communications, or I can turn it back on. So again, you saw the cellular icon turn on and off. You can turn that on and off independently if you want. This is your Wi-Fi radio. You can disconnect Wi-Fi, or you can turn Bluetooth on and off from Control Center. If you happen to have music playing or video playing, you can control that in Control Center. You can lock your screen orientation. This shows different screens. You can control your brightness from Control Center, or your volume of your headphones or speaker. I have a focus mode turned on right now for recording videos, so I'm not interrupted by notifications and the like. And we'll scroll up a little further here. So now we get into the different functions that are available. And some functions really are only available through Control Center. So there's a flashlight that you can turn on and off. I use it all the time, pretty handy. A timer, if you want to do a quick timer. You can also use Siri to turn on the timer. There's a calculator available. You can access your phone's camera. You can access the alarm clock for your phone. This is another feature you might find handy. Again, this is a magnifying glass, and you can also turn the light on with the magnifying glass. So again, I use this when I have real small. My favorite is the back of an iPhone to figure out what model number you have. Almost impossible to read with your eyes, but with the magnifying glass on the iPhone, you can get there. This happens to be Shazam, so word recognition and what song is playing. This is how I'm actually recording the screen right now, which is showing red that I'm screen recording. You can record a voice audio. You can change the font on your screen, which you might find helpful. You can easily access the wallet, and I'm not sure what this one is for. So it gives you some idea of what you can do easily with Control Center or not. And so let's just, for example here, turn on the flashlight. And you can't obviously see the light on my phone, but you'll notice the little icon turns on, and my flashlight is turned on my phone, and I can turn that off. I can change, and let's open the calculator. And you can see when I do that, it goes right to the calculator. So I could start using it if I want to. And I'm going to go back into my Control Center by my phone dragging up from the bottom. If you have a newer phone with face recognition, you'll drag down from the top right corner. All right, so let's turn that off. And we'll go back out to now how do I add or modify things in the control center. So you need to go into settings. Again, that's the gear icon. And if you scroll up on your phone, you'll actually get to Control Center. So let's click on the Control Center to open it. Not open Control Center, sorry, open the settings for Control Center. And you have now the settings that you can adjust Control Center with. So one, do you want to allow Control Center while you're in apps? So if you have an app open like Mail or Notes or Reminders, you can disable Control Center and it won't ever open unless you're on the home screen, or you can allow it while you're within an app. I obviously like it to be able to access it no matter what app I'm using, so I have that slider turned on. Again, I don't use any of the Apple home control functions, so I have that turned off. You probably don't, but I don't know that, so you may or may not want to turn that on. And then you start to get into the different functions that are there. So just to, without repeating too much, you can have Control Center show you a flashlight, set a timer, control a calculator, open the camera app on your phone. This is actually the calculator app on your phone. Open the clock and alarm clock on your phone. Turn on a magnifying glass. Music recognition, we talked about that a little bit earlier. Screen recording. Sound recognition. Again, adjust the text size. Record a voice memo. Open Apple Wallet. Oh yeah, open Notes. I should have known that. So the Notes app. And these are the ones I don't have now in my Control Center, which you may want to add. So if you use accessibility a lot, you may want to add the accessibility controls shortcut to Control Center. You announce notifications. So if you get a notification, you don't want to read your screen. It'll, obviously your Siri voice will read that announcement to you. If you have Apple TV, you can include a quick link to the Apple TV remote. Again, if you want to scan a barcode, you can scan the code quickly with this, or again, you could go into your phone to do that. You can put a dark mode control on to turn dark mode on and off, to easily do that right from the Control Center. Guided access, again, another accessibility function. Hearing, if you have hearing issues, again, you can control the hearing with the phone quickly in Control Center. Obviously, you can add a home button if you want to control the home, your home functions. Low power mode, so you're running short of battery life. Do you want to change your phone to low power mode? You can do this quickly through Control Center, and obviously add a stopwatch if you want. And over time, Apple actually adds more Control Center functions based on user usage. So if there's things you aren't using in Control Center, you come into the screen to turn it on and off, or turn it off, I should say. And those that you want to use a lot, you add to Control Center. So again, you find that in the settings under Control Center. All right, so now let's scroll back up to the Control Center app, and you can see back to Control Center. So there you have it. That's how you use Control Center on the iPhone. Pretty handy feature. I use it all the time to quickly access I guess the most used functions to turn things on and off. Again, thank you for watching my video. Please click the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website where you can find more iPhone tutorials and a link to my iPhone seminar.